James uses dating apps like Grindr, Growler and Scruff for up to 7 hours every day.
Do you ever think I'm spending too much time on these?
Oh yeah, all the time. Don't get.
Do you just love it?
Love's probably a bit strong. It's more of a love-hate relationship. I like to see who's going on and what's going on around me. But at the same time, sometimes it gets very repetitive. I mean, once you've seen the dick, you've seen them all kind of thing.
James might use apps more than most, but the numbers of us swiping, tapping and messaging our way to a date has shot up in the last few years. And whether you're looking for love when out with friends or something more casual, dating apps are a part of everyday life.
I think with Happen it's really good because you get to meet people in the same area as you, and you're more likely to meet someone who sort of has similar interests to you. Everyone's on Tinder, and
What's Tinder's reputation?
everyone just wants to have sex on it.
Would you ever use it?
If I got really desperate. No, I'm not desperate. I'm not saying I'm desperate, but I think now it's basically the best way to meet people now. It's sort of got rid of like traditional dating.
But is it just about an easy way to hook up or find someone to have a drink with, or are we addicted to dating?
Well, I wish everyone could just fall in love and be happy, but that's not how the world works.
Well, they might spend 3 hours waiting for responses or trying to make something happen and realising at the end of those 3 hours they're feeling really anxious and uncomfortable.
I couldn't point blank and sit down and say, Dad, I met the one on a dating app.
But first, this is Andy. He goes on 3 or 4 app dates a week, and he's proud of his track record.
I do enjoy meeting new people, so I quite like the fact that you're not quite sure what this person's going to be like. So I kind of quite like that nervous energy you get before the date.
What is it about apps that you like compared to meeting girls in bars or through friends?
It's just quicker. That's kind of why I've started getting onto Tinder and Happen, and the pace of it is instant. I mean, I would back myself in 3-4 hours and certainly get a date sorted.
Oh, it's a match. You said you liked her and she said she likes you, so yeah. Should we send her a message?
Yeah, I think we can send her a message, yeah.
This is a bit tricky, isn't it? What's the technique?
Keep it short and sweet, yeah.
Right.
And that seems to work better for myself. One of the lines I like to use is, let's skip the small talk and just go for a drink. Let's just grab a drink. I've got some good responses from that one. It's a bit different.
We'll find out how Andy gets on later.
She went to the toilet to freshen up and I saw a rat run across the kitchen. I killed it. I said, oh look, I killed the rat for you, I'm a big man. She goes, oh my God, you killed Betsy. I killed the rat and I was happy to get a pet.
I once went on a date to the National History Museum and a small child ran into the glass of one of the exhibitions and went flying into the glass. But the guy I was on a date with didn't find it very funny and was very unimpressed that I was laughing and had to leave the room.
For James, they're not necessarily about a relationship.
I prefer the chase to the actual end product, as it were. I'm on there for boredom. I mean, where I live is very far out from the country. It takes an hour to get anywhere worthwhile going to.
How often, of all the apps, do you actually take it through to the end point, if you like?
Actually getting laid?
Yeah.
I've never gotten laid from them.
So, you're on these
I'm on the
6,
apps,
7 hours a day?
Yep.
But
Window shopping.
Window shopping.
You look surprised.
I am a little bit.
It depends from person to person. Like, because I do sometimes when I actually get a decent conversation out of someone where it's more than just like, how big's your dick? How much can you take? Can you deep throat? ASL. It's kind of like, come on guys, let's get a little bit more imaginative. Catch me. Like, kind of catch my attention. I'm done with the whole... Like,
Are you kind of bored with it?
I'm going to say no. I should take the hint, because there's a massive hint here. It's a massive red light flashing going, why are you using this? You're obviously not enjoying it, but I am at the same time.
Do you think there's a point where you might say, actually, I am doing this too much. I am app dating too much, even though I'm not actually going on the dates.
Yeah.
Maybe I need some help. Maybe I need some help.
Oh, no, not the help bit, no. No, I have too much fun.
So a lot of people use dating apps for meeting new people, for going on dates, or to have sex. But I've come to meet someone today who uses them not to have a relationship, but because of the lifestyle that the apps can give her.
When Clover goes on dates, she gets given gifts or money.
I've had more positive experiences with the opposite sex on that site than I have with people I went to school with or whatever. I've had enough of like guys my age, and guys that didn't really have anything to give me emotionally or physically or like materialistically. So I figured I'd give it a go and actually met some pretty decent guys on there. Come into my room.
Oh, wow. Look at this. And what have we got? What's in the bags?
All kinds of stuff, girl stuff, lingerie, clothes, jewellery, bags, perfumes, stuff like that, shoes mostly.
I can see you've got a lot of shoes.
She uses an app called Seeking Arrangement, one many women use to meet guys who give them cash and presents. Clover keeps most of what she gets in the bedroom of her parents' house.
What was it about the setup of an app like that that interested you?
It wasn't for chavvy people, you know, because I think most dating sites, anyone could go on it, you know, but this one has a certain standard they have to meet. You know, they're somewhere in life where they've got what they want materialistically and they just want to have fun now.
So talk to me about the benefits of it being on an app. Why do you like it on an app?
Because it's with you wherever you go. Let's say you're going up to London for a day, for a trip or something, and you want to meet up in the evening with someone. You can just kind of go on the app and it's easy, it's easy.
Because of what you're getting, is there an expectation of sex?
Sometimes. But they're usually quite forward with that. They usually say it straight away. You know, because if that's what they want, then that's what they want. But if that's not what I want, then that's not what I'm going to do because it's not what I want. But
for you, it just depends on the person.
Yeah, but if they're attractive and whatever, and you wouldn't mind, then why not? No, if you go on the internet, you can see what people really think of it. They think it's like prostitution or something, but it really isn't at all, because you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Like, it's your choice. Well, I wish everyone could just fall in love and be happy, but that's not how the world works, you know.
My name's Minty. They always come up with some stupid chat-up line like, hey there Minty, are you feeling fresh? So I'd rather just someone be like, hey, how you doing? You look really nice.
My friend invited me around to his house one weekend to meet a girl that he's been blabbing on about. She came over, she's a really nice girl, so I thought I'd open Tinder to see who I can hook up with. Opened it and found her, so I swiped right for Banks, and it was a match.
So since we last met, I've managed to sort myself out with a date tonight. Looking forward to it. Just got back from work, hopped in the shower, a bit of aftershave on, just walking down to the pub to meet her now. 8 o'clock we're meeting, so a bit nervous, but confident at the same time. So fingers crossed it goes well, yeah. Hopefully she turns up, you never know, do you?
What would be a good result tonight?
I mean, obviously hoping to get along well with her. Maybe a cheeky kiss at the end of the night would be good. I mean, that would be a success. I'm not going to set the bar too high. Just take it from there, really, yeah.
Andy's waiting for his date to show up. It's a familiar routine, and he has his secret weapon standing by. More on that later. While Andy's happy to share his dating matches and stories, some people prefer to keep them secret. Mary Ann's looking for a husband and uses an app called Muzmatch.
At the end of the day, there's no point going on other apps because, you know, like, obviously I have to marry a Muslim guy and I don't really want to be wasting my time.
You're still worried about your family finding out that you're on an app, aren't you?
Yeah, like my sisters know because they're quite laid back and quite modern. My dad realised that I was on there, he'd be like, what the hell? Like, I couldn't point blank and sit down and say, Dad, I met the one on a dating app. I'd have to make a story of like, yeah, I met him through a friend of a friend, you know, like old school.
Why do you think it is that Muslim parents are more afraid, if you like, of their daughters or sons being on an app than other people?
I think it's society, what are people going to think? And I think Islamically as well, if you look at religion, it says you shouldn't really be interacting with a male person because that's when adultery comes in and then, you know, one thing leads after another. I think it comes from that as well.
Miriam, do you think that a lot of your friends are secretively on apps?
Probably. Because, I don't know, for some reason it's like embarrassing. Why is it embarrassing? I don't understand. Like, I'm like, literally like, it's not like you're on Tinder or something. No offense to Tinder. But I've heard a lot about Tinder, that it's going to just pick up girls and just for like, you know, it's not used for the right reasons. I wouldn't put myself on that, obviously not. But Muzmatch kind of attracted me because I thought it's a Muslim website. You'll get Muslim guys on there, Muslim people with good values, some people that are serious about marriage. But then again, you don't know their intentions.
So I met this girl for a date in Plymouth. We were walking to the harbour, saw a really nice Range Rover, came shooting by, said, look at that Range Rover. Pigeon came along, bam, feathers everywhere.
So I met this girl through an app in New York and everything was going fine, super, she was amazing. We got chased by a really, really crazy man. The night ended there because it just got really weird.
So this place might look like a typical Soho Barbers, but it's actually where people who think they've got a problem with dating apps come to get help.
The clinic helps hundreds of people each year.
We're trying to make it look as little like a traditional NHS sexual health clinic as possible.
I think you've succeeded.
apps play a crucial role in the lives of gay men in 2015. Sometimes they become compulsive. You get sexual affirmations that feel good when you click this. So some people find themselves fascinated by waiting for the next affirmation, you're hot, or waiting for the next message.
So what type of problems have you seen people come into Dean Street and say, listen, I need help with this? What are they saying?
They realise they're not enjoying their sex lives, it causes anxiety, or they might spend 3 hours waiting for responses or trying to make something happen and realising at the end of those 3 hours they're feeling really anxious and uncomfortable, and that's not using this tool as well as they could be. So we want to support them to make this a functional tool, not a compulsive annoyance in their lives.
Back at the pub, and the good news is Andy's date has turned up, and his help is on hand.
He'll come in, he's always early, comes in, he says to me, all right, this is the girl I'm seeing tonight. Then she'll arrive, and Murph, the gentleman that he is, will always buy her a drink, and then I'll give him a bit of a facial expression, whether or not, you know, a wink she's all right, or she's not so good. And then about 20 minutes later, come for a second drink, and I'll say, okay, Murph, and give me a feel. How's it going? Throughout the night, I'll walk around, and if he's successful or not, just before he leaves, he'll give me the thumbs up and the wink and the wave, and I know Murph's on for the night.
Very happy, really nice girl, got along well. Definitely going to be a second date. Already sorted it for next week. So yeah, looking forward to seeing again, sure.
You two look pretty content outside.
Yeah, I mean, I did get my cheeky kiss. So again, another successful Tinder date for me down. I think I'm going to stick at Tinder. I think everyone's on it now. Traditional dating's kind of a thing of the past, I think.
Do you think you really find love on a dating app?
Who knows, only time will tell. Some of my friends have, fingers crossed. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.